Warning: the following video contains graphic content that some viewers may find disturbing. Discretion is advised.
To highlight different things that happen within this community and make Gaithers one of our sites to do that.
3 years ago, a petition was created to defund Gaither's Plantation. The petition has hundreds of signatures and comments in support of defunding Gaither's Plantation, also known as Gaithers at Myrtle Creek. Here is what the author of this petition wrote about this cause. Gaither's Plantation is a long-standing historical property in Covington, Georgia that housed over 130 slaves. The slaves that built and resided on Gaither's Plantation were subjected to cruel treatment. Mary Ann Gaither Garrett, descendant of the family that served the Gaithers, recalls a sadistic story of inhuman torture at the plantation. Robert was born a little slave boy. When his master found out he could learn to read, one finger was amputated for each grade level. He was 7 and could read at the 3rd grade level. He had been taught to read by the master's children. Currently, $440,000 in taxpayer monies are pending approval to Gaither's Plantation. It is a fiscally irresponsible use of taxpayer monies to fund an institution that got rich from slave labor, especially when residents are facing an increase in property taxes to mitigate a $3 million deficit in the 2021 budget. Since Newton County acquired the property in 1996, there have recently been attempts by the Board of Commissioners to rename or remarket the facility as something more attractive to the public, i.e. Gaithers at Myrtle Creek Farm 2018, Wildlife Management Area and Events, etc. Unfortunately, little has been done to honor the legacy of the Black lives that built and resided on the property. No name change can erase the history of enslavement, oppression, and torture endured on this property. Newton County residents, are you okay with your hard-earned dollars funding this reprehensible legacy? Please sign this petition to defund Gaither's Plantation. You can still sign this petition. Visit change.org and look for Defund Gaither's Plantation, or check the link in the bio.
We will present on behalf of Gaithers at Myrtle Creek Farm. With that being said, looking at the numbers and with everything remaining the same, are there any questions?
Go ahead,
okay.
Commissioner Mason.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Welcome, Imani.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. I am looking forward to working with you, hearing your presentation on how we can really take this property and really make it a great part of our community. And even in addition to that, making it a historical part of our community. I am a part of the National Association of Counties Economic Mobility Leadership Network. I was in Alabama a couple months ago, and there is an area in Alabama that they have taken and made it into a what is the word I'm looking
Historic?
for? It's historic, but they've turned it into a it just left my brain, tourist attraction. And it is they're part of their African American community that has the African American gravesite. It has a recreational facility. It has a lot of their homes. They have done things like placed historical markers around their community, and they've really begun to highlight that part of their community and made it into a revenue generating type of for their community, making it a tourist attraction. And so I would really love to see Gaithers as a part of that, being a part of our tourist attraction, where, you know, who knows, maybe one day we may be able to have that as a historical site where when people come to Newton County, they can visit there on a tour bus, and we are generating revenue from that being one of our sites of tour. It was previously brought to our attention, I think, Mr. Chair, was that back in 2019 when we had an archaeologist come and explain to us. Yes, explain to us that there is a African American grave site, slave grave site that's there. To my knowledge and my understanding, previous boards, when they purchased this property, it was supposed to be so that we can now educate the community over things that this site could share with this community. And so I would love for us to stay on that same objective in making it an educational site as well as event.
Absolutely.
You know, so it has a dual role within our community. And then adding tourism if by some chance we get to that point. I do know that the city of Covington, their Welcome Center, and I mentioned this before, they're now moving into even putting African American artifacts there in the Welcome Center.
We've seen that.
And so why not partner with that and bring in Gaithers and say, hey, we're going to put historical markers throughout the city, throughout the unincorporated county, highlight different things that happen within this community and make Gaithers one of our sites to do that. So I wanted to put that out there as an innovative idea. You already have it?
Yes.
Good.
I am so glad you mentioned
Good.
that. We're
Yes.
not.
Excellent. Well, it sounds like to me that you all are already on the
We're ready.
cusp
We're ready.
of making this a great part of our
And
community.
you're going to be invited.
Thank you. I would love to be there. I can't wait. I'm excited. But that's
Eyes on Newton is a transparency tracking group that was created to hold elected officials of Newton County accountable with non-biased reporting. Like, follow, and share Eyes on Newton on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram.